So excited to have you back for such a special announcement. To my left, we have Michelle Deerholt with Nusenda Credit Union, President and CEO, working on our interest rates, if you have money there at Nusenda, and 4-time PGA Tour winner and NBC Golf Channel analyst, Notah Begay III. Let's give them a round of applause. I can't tell you how excited we are to have the second edition of this event. What a popular response we got last year. And Notah will talk about the schools. I have an obligation to recognize our board of directors who are mostly on travel today. We do have Director Larry Pasquale with us from Santa Ana Golf Club Board. And then the Santa Ana Star Casino Hotel, the TEI board of directors who are all extremely busy today, send their best, who really financially support them. Let's give them a round of applause. And there are our owners of Pueblo of Santa Ana who give us the resources and tools to do things like this day in and day out. Can't thank them enough. So obviously they're all busy with their day as well. What a great year one. This is year two. Talking about year three already. We haven't even executed year two, but so excited for the schools. And so we'll talk a little bit more. To have men's and women student athletes, college student athletes on one golf course in the same pairings in a collegiate golf match format was the first of its kind. And for us, the opportunity to promote the Pueblo culture, our enterprises, the vibrant things that are happening here day in and day out, what a sense of pride we had. And we're still watching those vignettes and the replays on the Golf Channel, and just I've seen it 5 times, and if it's on, I watch it. So honored, but enough about us and me. I'm gonna hand it over to Michelle Deerholt with Nusenda, who is their sponsorship and their contribution and their involvement in this is tremendous and really helped make this just a huge success. So I'll hand it over to her.
Thank you. Well, we at Nusenda are so proud to once again sponsor this incredible event. Last year we had such a blast watching all of these talented student athletes, and we're so excited that this year it will expand to additional schools and we'll see even more athletes on the course. I'm also excited to share that the big Nusenda hospitality tent will be back, and we can't wait to host everyone again. So we hope that you all stop by, grab a bite to eat, watch from the tent, and get to know us a little bit as we cheer on these amazing teams. A big congratulations to you, Notah, and everyone at the NB3 Foundation team for once again bringing this to our community. This tournament is a gift to the community and really signifies your dedication to our youth and our student programs, and that really resonates with Nusenda. We are aligned in deeply caring about our community and student success. So for that, thank you and congratulations. We're proud to be part of it.
Thank you. Great to have you here. And I was telling you earlier, the credit union is 5 minutes away. I love it. I go there more than I do the one by my house on North 4th, but I always got to plug Nusenda because they're just a wonderful institution. So that said, I've known Notah since probably 1980.
Don't say it.
1980. And of course, he's younger than me and has way better hair, but with that, I used to run across him and his brother at the Boys and Girls Club in Old Town, and so the friendship goes a long way. And so anytime we can partner up with Notah Begay, this venture or his foundation, the tribe and the Santa Ana Golf Club Board of Directors never say no. It's always a yes, and let's get this thing done. So with that, Notah.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Derek. It's so wonderful to have all of you here today. So many familiar faces, and great to have all of the media representatives out here to cover what I consider one of the most special events in my life, and I promise we will get the media some access to that VIP tent. As a member of the media, I do know sometimes we get the sack lunches off in the corner over there, but we'll get you guys in there, get you taken care of. It'll be a wonderful experience. Everybody that had a chance to come in there was really just taken aback because you know, over the years in traveling around the world and constantly coming home, I moved my family back here 10 years ago because I wanted my kids to grow up in New Mexico for a variety of reasons. but I constantly hear what we're unable to do in this state, what we can't do, what we don't do, what's not available. And I just would look back on my own experiences as a young person and be like, well, if I was constantly being told I couldn't do something, after a while you might believe it. And this event is indicative of what's possible. It was the first ever Native American owned, Native American produced golf event in the history of sports television. National broadcast event to a national television audience. We certainly would not be able to be up here and to do this without the Pueblo of Santa Ana, all their businesses that have supported this thing, because these things do not move forward without corporate support. And of course, Nusenda and their wonderful institution that does so much for this entire community. We should be speaking their praises from the rooftops, because they are exactly what community and community outreach is all about. And that's why we are in such good alignment with everything that we're doing. But to bring this back in its second year is a deep honor for me. It's an opportunity to continue to showcase, amidst the backdrop of the International Balloon Fiesta, there's so many things that I want to speak to this country about that I find just captivating about our state. And to redirect proceeds back to the NB3 Foundation, back to many of Nusenda's community-based initiatives is a dream come true. It's a win-win. And in my Economics 1 class back at Stanford, the more win-wins you can create, the better off you are, and the better off the people around you that are working with you are. So this is exactly that. And I no longer want to hear people talk about what we're not. I want to talk about what we're doing and how we're getting there. And this event is representative of everything that incorporates our ideals around community, business, promotion of education, and supporting our youth and incentivizing them to dream big. I was a big dreamer. I happen to have a lot of support and a lot of help along the way from many people in this room and many people in this community. We want to give those same opportunities to the youth of this state and to come and watch the best college golfers. Now, we've got college golfers last year that are playing in the world's biggest event. They're playing in golf's major championships, the Masters, the US Open, the Women's US Open, the Women's Open Championship. So we are doing the best we can for golfers and interested athletes to come out and really get to experience firsthand what elite level athleticism looks like. We're going to have many of the top ranked teams in the country come in here. We're bringing back a young man that graduated from Cibola High School, 2-time state champion. Aiden Kraft will be coming back, which I think we can't speak enough about. Unrecruited by local schools, and I won't say which ones, but going on to be a huge producer for Casey Martin and the Oregon Ducks. So lot to talk about. It's going to be a lot to include on the broadcast, showcasing the tribe, the Pueblo, its business endeavors. What this whole thing is about is a holistic and collective effort that pushes the ball forward for this community, and that's kind of what I want it to be. So I really appreciate y'all being here. We're looking forward to this next year's event and even year 3. Derek?
Send the DocuSign over, we'll get that executed today. So with that, thank you again for being here. To the media again, thanks for being here. Busy schedules, I know. And we're going to turn it over to the media. Any questions you'd like to ask at this time? We'll also have opportunities for interviews one-on-one right outside these doors outside if you'd like to do that. But any questions you might have, we're willing to entertain those now.
They must have done a good job if there's no question.
Notah, how do you determine which schools are going to be playing?
Well, we want to create as diverse of a collection of schools as possible. So there's 2 things. Number one, can we find schools that maybe don't typically come to University of Texas and Stanford don't typically come to New Mexico? That was a great first year. We've got other schools from other areas. Texas A&M will be here this year. They're going to have one of the top ranked women's teams in the country. And then it just goes down to schedule. So if we get out in front of it early enough, we're able to get on the radar of these coaches, and then it takes personal relationships and some discussions back and forth to sort of just get them to understand the importance of the event and just how big it is. Many of the coaches across the country that did see our event thought it was the best broadcast event on the college golf schedule. So we're proud of our production team, we're proud of everything that's gone into it, and it's a wonderful, wonderful platform for the colleges that do participate.
And you saw Aiden win his state title at Twin just a couple of years ago. What kind of advantage do you think he'll have?
Well, I saw Aiden have a putt for 59 here, which is incredible. And I just, again, my coach did it for me. Coach Wally Goodwin brought me back to play in the Tucker Invitational my senior year. And that's how I convinced Casey Martin to bring the Oregon Ducks here, was I say, hey, you got to pay it forward and bring Aiden back because this is where he's from.
I'm just curious with, obviously it was an exciting tournament last year and a great product like you said, but just the reception that you got from the teams that played and maybe someone else that watched just about the culture and this golf course in particular, you know?
Well, the golf course, you know, my producer at NBC Sports sent me a text during the broadcast saying, wow, the aerial shots and the drone footage that you're getting with the golf course and the backdrop sitting alongside the Rio Grande River, even caught some of the balloons in the background there. He's like, it's amazing. And he doesn't text me ever. So for someone that's broadcast the Super Bowl, the NBA championship, the World Series, Triple Crown, and then all of golf's majors, that was a pretty big thing that for him to say and talk about what we're doing. And I'm not the type of person that just sits along the sidelines and doesn't learn anything. These last 12 years I've been paying attention to broadcast television and what resonates with viewers and why it's important to do certain things, and to have that drone and to do those sorts of vignettes that we were able to do. We told the story of the Pueblo to a national television audience that had never heard the language of Keres being spoken in that format. And it was the first time a show open has ever been spoken in an indigenous language to that extent. And that's something that I'm truly proud of. It's critically important. I mean, to have the support and the partnership of Nusenda Credit Union, everything that they represent within this community, they are invested so heavily in this community that they set a very inspiring pace for me. The Pueblo of Santa Ana has been behind this from day one, and again, I just want to demonstrate to the people in this community that we are capable of doing great things. This is a great thing, being able to showcase a Native American owned and Native American produced event on national television that talks about our state, our community, the things that we're proud of, is a great chance for us to sort of establish some positive traction moving forward for the state of New Mexico.
Notah, is there anything, obviously it was a great product last year, great, I mean, both TV broadcast and on the course itself. Are you planning on doing anything different this year?
We're always trying to find different ways to get people more invested. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive with our drone shots this year. We're going to try and implement a little bit more technology. What viewers don't realize is that when you do add these different elements, number one, they're hard to pull off in a live television setting, but they're sometimes very expensive. So, you know, within the confines of our budget, broadcast elements are becoming a lot more affordable now. So, you know, 10 years ago, drones didn't exist. You had to actually use a helicopter. Now you're getting shots from all parts of the golf course, all parts of the reservation here. So we're able to do a lot more. So we're always looking for new and innovative ways to implement more technology, mainly this year to try and give viewers a little bit more feedback on players' metrics. So their club head speed, their ball flight, their launch. So sort of those kind of geeky golf things that people that really love the game want to know. Wow, I know what the PGA Tour does because they cover it in the LPGA Tour, but what are the college kids doing? How close do they rate? Because in a year or two, you're going to see many of these players on the PGA Tour because that's just how quickly the transition happens.
Not only Aiden, but I mean, there's a local tie too. I mean, you have New Mexico State. One of the top golfers for New Mexico this year was another local high school kid. How much does it kind of help to the event too that you have some local teams and individuals that are tied?
Well, let me tell you this. The win by New Mexico State men's team last year, it changed the course of their program. To beat Stanford, to beat University of New Mexico and Texas in a round robin team format like that really enhances your ability to recruit, puts you on a national stage. They were awarded some recognition at the halftime of the football game, like it really put them on the map because many of our teams in the state, both at NMSU and UNM, don't get to play on national television. And to have them both playing on the in the national spotlight and do well and win really sort of reflects back on the entire university community. And you know, we're always going to have a local element as it relates to the inclusion of those teams in our field.
Notah, I mean, just hearing you talk about this, obviously I know you take a lot of pride, you've said that, but how much of a passion project is this for you? Where does it rank and what you've done in your career and stuff of just, yeah, being a passion project and stuff?
Well, it's the one project that incorporates all facets of my life. My playing career, my broadcast career, my philanthropy, and my ties to this land here in New Mexico. You know, the Navajo Code Talkers went to war not because they were in love with the country, but they were tied to the land. And you know, me and my community have been here for so long. I'm tied to this land. I want to always promote the positive things that I think are available here and always encourage our young people that they can achieve. They just got to believe in themselves, and there are people in this community that can provide a pathway and an opportunity for them to achieve their dreams, because that's exactly what happened to me. There was no way I should have ever made it to the PGA Tour. There were so many things working against me, but I made it, I was successful, and I've continued to sort of keep working on behalf of the very things that sort of got me to those levels of achievement.